Sean from SurfFX, and I'm with Guy, also from SurfFX. We've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of phone calls about wind wings, how to get into it, what equipment you need. So we're going to just do a little tutorial on what you need. So Guy can lead us through. We've got a bunch of questions for him, and we'll just discuss what kind of gear we need to do to get into this. So, wind wing size, first question.
Okay, there's 3, 4 and 5 meter wings in duotone, and as a lot of the brands say, 4 meters great. I think it's great too, for every guy up to about 85 kilos, and I think any guys heavier than that would definitely go a 5 if they're in light wind conditions. I'd say height's a bit of a thing too. If you're under probably 5'10", you might want to just stick with the 4 in all conditions. We're noticing there's not much difference in power going up to the 5, but if you are in light conditions, I think the 5 is going to give you that little bit extra. Wing
shape also has an effect on the size of person you can use it, also the power. The duotone has just that kind of dihedral shape. Lets you control it a little bit easier, and the boom setup is easy to hold it out flat, so you can. And it helps, I guess, if you are a bit shorter too. The wings
show a side angle.
The wings don't touch when you say planing, and you bring it down, John, and you bring it across like this. That dihedral shape stops this wingtip hitting the water as early as some of the other brands, so it does help shorter guys.
Yeah, so you see how a vertical one.
You see how you
can actually get it quite low, and it'll actually fly. That's when you're going upwind too. So when you're pointing it upwind, this shape's going to allow you to get upwind nicely, and you can twist. There you go. Love it. You do hold on to this a bit too, which is awesome when you're going dead downwind.
Just hold it flat. And
yeah, this became really stable for me when I was holding downwind.
So size-wise, said 4 meters is for most guys in the winds that we get on the East Coast.
Yep, and
pretty covered.
And 4, I guess, will depend on your wings too. If you're using bigger wings, the 102 or the Neil Pride large, extra large, they're bringing out, which we've got coming very soon. So
that's the other thing, the foil size that people are asking. Guys said, "Oh, can I use my kite foil to do this?" Answer is,
ooh, it'd be tricky. I reckon you'd be in Maui and you'd want 30 knots or 25 plus to get going on the.
You need big wind, obviously, because kiting you're using a bit more wind and more power. You definitely want to have the bigger wing for this kind of foiling. That's
actually bigger than most kite wings. If you look at a Neil Pride, that's a large. That's a big kite wing. So any guys that want to ride their normal kite wings, which we've got to compare, you can see you're not getting up on that in under 30 knots. So I reckon we put that to rest.
Easy. Mast length. Guys are asked about mast length. Is learning to kite foil. Traditionally use a much shorter mast. Surf foil now the kind of average is turning out to be around the 70 mark.
Perfect. Yep. 70 is nearly what we're all just saying. Just go a 70.
You're posturing on if you're coming into it from kite foiling, your posture or windsurf foiling, your posture on this is much more upright, more like surfing, as opposed to leaning back against the bar and leaning off the sail. So it's a little bit different positioning.
Yeah, you're not like a race foil on a kite where you're really angling it over. I think in the video you see we're pretty flat. You're riding the board pretty flat. When you do go upwind, your angle's getting a bit harder, but I don't find a shorter mast would be that bad. So you could go either 68, 750. So won't really matter.
That's the kind of heights you're gonna be looking for.
Depends on your beach too. Like it's really good in our broadwater to have something shorter sometimes. So masts are cheap. Just get 3 of them if you have to.
The other question we're getting is boards. So in general, it's at the moment it's really kind of a Southport kind of size-wise in the board. I
use what I suck. I reckon a lot of guys who are going to get into wind winging thingies, they're going to want what they downwind. So not many guys are downwinding on paddling downwind now. So that, I think, if you're downwinder, will be perfect. I think the lighter, smallest board you can physically stand on is the best, but if you're learning,
That's the other thing. Coming into it as someone new who doesn't foil already, you're going to want something stand-up paddleboard size, roughly around, for us it's around the 25, 30 liters, even a little bit more above your weight. That's going to give you the opportunity to have something that's quite stable. You know, lengthwise, not so important with this. In sup foiling, you want a little bit of length, helps with the paddle in and getting on the waves. But in this, you don't really need it because you're getting pulled up onto onto the wing with the wing with the wing.
Yeah, and you are going off the wind a bit to get up. So in our bay conditions, we're finding you use the bumps to get your board up and pump at the same time, and then you round up. So I think in our bay conditions, you know, the short boards are fitting into the bumps a lot easier than anything over 7 foot. So I think your 7 and under will be perfect.
So to give you guys an example, I'm 90 kilos. I sup at a pretty decent level. I ride about 115 liter sups, and I use about 115 liter foil boards for foil surfing. Guys, you know, a bit lighter, and
I'm using a 90 liter, 95 liter.
Something that a lot of guys want to do on these is downwinding. So that's, for those you don't know, it's windy, you hold it up, you use the wind to pull you downwind, and you pick up the little bumps and you surf those little choppy white cap bits downwind.
Miles.
For as long as that wave will go if you want. So equipment wise to do that, what are we looking at for that?
So downwinding 102 axis, 92 axis have been amazing, and now they've brought out their new 90, which is it's the fastest thing we've all ridden at the moment, and they've got 100 coming. They're insane. They push through bumps, whereas these wings we've had to sort of, you get caught up the top, you have to search behind and go again. You can't actually push through bumps.
We need big wings.
Big wings
to get
for
the
this
lift.
thing, definitely.
Positioning when we're actually using it.
So when you get on a run, you basically sort of bear off downwind, and the wings then held in this hand, and you find the wings out in front of you, off to the side, and you're running across the bumps. So this thing likes to sort of sit off to the side so you can see where you're going, and it does drift downwind amazing. Like I felt in 15, for a guy that's never downwinded, he can basically just hang it off to the side and work on running across the bump, and then if he turns, he can swap hands, bring it over to his backhand, and then carve off the other direction. And I was amazed how it just floated downwind. So that was in the bay. In the ocean, it's going to be interesting when you're moving quicker. I don't
as well.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but I do feel it'll be even better.
So for downwinding, what you're looking at is foils with a bigger wing, around that 70 centimeter mark in the mast. Of a sup at the moment, so the prone, you know, wing foil boards are in development right now, but at the moment you're looking at a sup at around that 25, say to 35 liters above your weight, and a wing in around the, at the moment it's been the 4 meter for the most part, hasn't it, for most guys in our winds we get here?
Yeah, 4 for your guys that are going to go in 15 plus. I reckon it's going to be the perfect size. But I think bay conditions, most guys are going to need big wings like this because you're going a lot slower, and usually we're working against the tide. So in a bay with the tide running the other way is the ideal conditions. You don't want to go fast, you want to just feel that energy.
So if you're looking for setups that you can do multi-sports with it, like this downwinding side of things, kiting, you're looking for a foil that's going to have a lot more range of wings available that go down to a smaller size for the higher speed of kiting. To, if you want to surf it, you want a kind of a medium size at around the 82 square inches, 82 centimeters across. And the downwinding, you're going to want basically the biggest wings you can get.
Yeah, so this will be, if you look at these two, these are fast wings. This has actually got more lift at low speed to get up than the new wing, so this I think is going to be interesting in the ocean. And for the wing, you can use these smaller wings now. That's probably at the smaller end. I think the guys in Maui are using something similar to these wings, so a lot windier conditions.
There's lots of info. Feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email if you want, and we can answer your questions the best we can. So Paddling and downwinding versus the wing in downwind. What's easier? What's more fun?
Well, this is insanely easier compared to paddling. So it's exciting that guys can downwind now. So much easier. So I found when you run off the wind and you're on a runner, just the fact the wing's in your hand keeps you planing. I felt like if you've got any, I guess we're heading towards the camera, I felt you're sort of letting it fly downwind like this. I felt as soon as, like this obviously is flying, as soon as I felt like I was running into the back of a bump or I didn't have any bump in front of me, I just, if my hand was out, I just grabbed the boom and I sheeted on, and I was instantly pulled downwind into the next bump. So I didn't have to do much more than grab
There's no paddling to get
nothing,
going.
and I was off. And so I didn't have any heart rate, and I was just cruising. Tide was running against the wind, and it was just effortless. And I feel like for guys who've never downwinded, that's going to be just bliss. And there's 3 guys today that have rung for exactly that in the bays, and that's what they're excited to do. And I agree, it's going to be insane. We jump off Snapper, we're going to come straight across to the Seaway now, rather than coming in at Miami, and I think we'll do it under an hour. And so your 12k runs, I don't know if the paddlers, I think the paddlers still might win if they stay on the fall the whole time, but it's going to be interesting to see who wins. I don't know.
So this is for you guys who called today. This whole video, all you.
It's exactly what we spoke about. So yeah, and off the wind, I think guys are asking, does this fly? It flew great. I was in about 15, and I thought it was going to get in the way. Didn't need the window because it was still higher than me, but I was able to see through the window. When you're swapping and you're turning, you're running off your toe side, it's off to one side, you swap your hands, you sheet on the bottom of the boom. It was effortless. I was really worried about that because when you're running on ocean swell, it's sort of 25 k's an hour, so I thought this might lag a bit, but I don't think it will.
Cool.
Exciting thing is, well, you asked me and I'll say the exciting thing is it's fucking sick.